Hello students and welcome to ESL085WRV, that is Intermediate College Writing, Reading, Vocabulary, and Dispositional Thinking. My name is Chris Carey. I want to welcome you to our first day of instruction. My apologies again for not being able to be with you this evening. My gratitude to Dr. Gunder for being here with you to welcome you and introduce to you our course. I just wanted to take a moment to walk through with you our first day agenda and then also what you can expect throughout the semester working together. So let me go ahead and share with you the agenda for this evening. We'll do a bit of an icebreaker at the very beginning just to get everyone acquainted and getting to know one another, a line-up, pair-up activity where you guys will learn about where one another is from, some of your favorite hobby, an inspiration, someone who's an inspiration to you, your favorite food, etc. That way we get to know one another. We'll do that at the very beginning. And then as this is a writing composition course, I'd like to start off with a quick write. We'll spend about 5 to 10 minutes or so writing a quick response to the question, who is your inspiration? Who is a person in your life who inspires you and who serves as your motivation for being here, for furthering your education, improving your English communication skills, and many of you having goals, academic goals beyond the ESL program at the college here. So for me, my motivation, my inspiration is my family. In particular, my wife, Tina, who was also a graduate of our ESL LMC program. She is a colleague of mine at the high school where I teach and just continues to inspire me in all that she's able to accomplish professionally and as a mother and as a spouse. So I would write and share with you about her, and then that's our son, Jameson, who's just turning 4 here, not almost 3, but almost 4 in just a few weeks. So I would invite you to do that, 4 to 5 sentences, and then once you're ready, you can partner up with someone next to you, make a group of 3 if you need to, and just share. Who is your inspiration? Who do you bring with you to our class? I think that's important that we acknowledge that right from the beginning. We'll go over some technical aspects of Canvas and Zoom, as this is a hybrid class where we'll be meeting both in person and online via Zoom. How to submit assignments on Canvas, we'll do a quick review of that, some resources that you can utilize to make that easier. A mini lecture going over the syllabus. A lot of the syllabus I would invite you and expect you to go over asynchronously when you have an opportunity, but I will certainly go over the highlights with you. Discussion about the 2 texts that we'll be using in our class, a brief discussion about how to complete your vocabulary log, and then time permitting, wanted to take advantage of the opportunities that we have to meet in person and just give you a tour of the campus. For some, this may even be your first class held on campus. So the core, where we are now, get you familiar with that, and then the Student Services Building, which is just over to your back right, I believe, and the Student Union, Library, and Bookstore, some of the highlights, physical highlights of our campus, especially the Student Union being a relatively new building. So, beginning with our home page, want to point out some important pieces of information here. Again, we're in 85WRV. This is an intermediate course, an advanced ESL course, or academic rather, ESL course, one of our 85 and 95 level classes. I am your instructor. Again, it's my honor and privilege to be with you. The days that we meet in person, go ahead and mark these on your calendar. We meet in person on Tuesdays from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock on 8/23, that's this evening, 9/13, September 13th, October 11th, November 8th, And then our final class session for the semester will be in person, and that is on December 6th. All in-person meetings will be held in this classroom, CC2 223, and come ready. These are our handful of opportunities. We only have a handful of opportunities to be in community with one another in person. So we look forward to making good on those opportunities. And again, my apologies for not being with you this evening. On all other Tuesdays throughout the semester, beginning on August 30th, would be our next class meeting. On the days where we're meeting in Zoom, that's every other Tuesday, not listed up above here, we'll be meeting from 5 o'clock to 6:30 via Zoom, and the Zoom information is here, the ID and the password. And I think I'll also include the link here as well to make it easier for you to access. I do have student hours held from 6:30 to 8 o'clock on those Tuesdays where we meet via Zoom. So those are the dates for in-person, and then every other Tuesday throughout the semester, not listed here, we'll be meeting in Zoom. Let's see, other important things to bring to your attention. If you have any questions with regard to your placement or any other questions about your classes for what you're currently enrolled in or for the semester to come, you can utilize this link to connect with our ESL counselor, Eva Padilla, to make an appointment. Many of you are familiar with that process. She does a great job of making herself accessible to you. If you would like to contact me regarding our course, my email address is ccarey@losmedanos.edu, and you can also use the inbox function in Canvas and correspond with me directly. Again, student hour to meet with me, would be from 6:30 to 8 o'clock on Tuesdays, and I can also make myself available anytime Monday through Friday on a different day, not on Tuesday, if that doesn't work for you, if you would like to connect via Zoom to go over any questions or concerns that you may have. So that's the home page. That's where you'll always begin. And then if you want to quickly take a shortcut to modules, you can just click Start here. Try to go through this more quickly. I know the video is running a little longer than I had thought. Q&A space is a great space for you to utilize to be in community with your classmates online and to share any questions and answers that you may have. How to find the textbook. I don't really quite understand the instructions for this assignment. I'm having trouble uploading this assignment. I want to kind of debrief what's going on in the book that we're reading, Grow in Translation. I want to debrief some of the themes that we're reading about in each chapter. You can utilize this space to ask any questions and provide any answers to your classmates, so everyone can see. And thank you, Erica, for acknowledging how practical of a space this is for both you and me to be in community with one another and to provide answers to frequently asked questions. So all you would do is hit reply here and then type in your question or type in a response, just as I did for Erica here below. So that's the Q&A space. And then what I'd like you to do for this week is to go through, or before we go there, this is the space where I will upload our Zoom recordings when we do meet via Zoom. In the event that you are unable to attend for whatever reason, please do let me know. By the way, if you're unable to attend any of our classes, reach out to me. Or if you want to watch a class that you attended and there's a portion that you would like to repeat or listen to again, all the recordings for our Zoom sessions will be accessible here the following day. So on Wednesdays, those will be uploaded to this space. Some technical support here on how to submit assignments through Canvas. utilizing a PDF reader or the Notes app to be able to scan pictures of the textbook or any handwritten work that you may have. So this is our first module, Unit 1.1. This is the front page that I just introduced to you with all the highlights, the contact information for me, and the dates where we meet in person and how we meet online. The welcome letter that I sent to you has similar highlights to what's on the front page. I would encourage you to check out this video if you've not done so already. Just getting to know a little bit about me. Click this link here and what you can expect in this course, although that video will be inevitably similar to the video that we're doing right now together. Syllabus can be found here. And for the sake of brevity for this video, I'm not going to dive into the syllabus here and now, but there will be a part in our agenda to do that. For every module of instruction, there's a homework checklist. So if you want to know what's expected of you, what your learning activities are for the week, you would go here, and that's at the very top of every module of instruction. So you're going to go there first to see what it is that we have in store for this week. So by Friday, the hope and expectation is for you to review all the pages I'm going over with you now in our orientation module, that's Unit 1.1, and then you have 3 assignments for homework that are due by this Sunday, and always by 11:59. I give you until the end of the day to submit your work. You have a meet and greet discussion board, orientation quiz, and a technology survey. Really important that you complete all 3 of these assignments, as students who do not do this by Sunday will be automatically removed from our class due to inactivity. So please make sure you're able to submit those 3 activities. The following other pages are resources for you to utilize to learn how to submit an assignment in Canvas, how to navigate this online course. Essentially, the way that I'm showing you now is how you'll navigate it through modules. And then once you get into a module, for example, as I'm sure many of you are aware by now, it's kind of oriented where all you need to do and should do is review the material in the page, and then once you get to the very bottom of the page, to click Next. And that'll take you to the next page in the module, and this is how you would navigate our course. Very chronological in that regard. All right, so to wrap up here, that was course communication that we were just on, that page. Again, email and Canvas inbox are the best ways to communicate. I also, while we're talking about communication, want to bring to your attention, I'm not sure if many of you were aware of this, but you can choose the course that you're currently enrolled in. And then not only can you send a message to me directly, but to one another. So if there's someone with whom you would like to kind of choose as an accountability partner, I would highly recommend that. Identify someone you know from a previous class or that you've gotten to know in our class, and you'd like to utilize them as an accountability partner to make your way through the course. And anytime you have a question or concern, you can find their name here and message them directly here in Canvas inbox. So again, how did I get there? Inbox, compose a new message, and although it may look a little bit different for you than it is for me, you choose our course and then choose the person with whom you'd like to have contact, whether that's me or a classmate. So I highly recommend that you all do that here, especially in these first few weeks. Grading policy is there for your review, you have 2 essays, the second of which will be a 5-paragraph academic essay, classic academic essay in English, 5-paragraph structure. We're going to learn about that structure, practice that structure throughout the semester, but essentially your final exam will be to choose 3 themes from the book that we'll read together, Grow in Translation, and to unpack those themes, discuss those themes in the form of a 5-paragraph essay. Some resources for you, both online and in person, that you can find throughout the college. Technology support, how to gain access to a laptop. If you have issues with Canvas, how to navigate those with Zoom as well. You can refer to that page. Vocabulary logs you're going to be keeping weekly. Vocabulary log is your opportunity to chronicle new key terms that you're acquiring, both more academic terms as it relates to advanced composition in English, and then just also terms that are going to come up, colloquial terms in the book Grow in Translation that we'll be reading. So both academic and colloquial, you'll be logging these new vocabulary terms and then submitting this log weekly. So about 20 to 25 words is the goal. You'll submit at the end of each week. You'll identify the word itself, the root word, the definition, the part of speech being noun, adjective, adverb, etc., and then using that word in an example sentence. And you have a few examples and I believe a template there as well that you can utilize. All right, so just to wrap up here, the 3 things that you have to do for this week is your orientation quiz. The orientation quiz requires that you have already gone through all of the other pages in this orientation module. It's 14 points, and all of the answers to the questions can be found directly in the orientation module. So you can certainly have this up as you're taking the quiz, and that is by Sunday. Technology survey isn't a graded, it's a quiz, but it's not a graded quiz. Rather, it's an opportunity for both you and me to kind of take inventory and see what our technology needs are and our technology proficiency. So I can see where you may need some support with regard to technology. And then finally, the meet and greet discussion board. Want to encourage you to make your initial post Friday, and then that way everybody has an opportunity to do their responses by Sunday. So in this space, you're first going to provide all your contact information, email address, phone number, etc. It's optional in terms of to what extent you want to provide your information, but that way everybody has a means of getting in contact with you. Any questions you have at this time, very beginning? There's always inevitably initial questions that you have at the very beginning of the semester. So what are some initial questions or concerns that you have with regard to our course? And then third, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What do you love? What are your hobbies and interests? What are you into? What are your goals, academic goals for this class and for overall at the college? Something interesting that you think your classmates and I would like to learn and know about. And then finally, please make sure to respond to at least 2 other classmates. For all of our discussion activities, and we're going to have them every week, it is integral to build classroom community that you respond to one another. 2 responses, 2 replies, just writing something positive and honest with your classmates. Acknowledge the contributions of your classmates, and that can be done just in 1 or 2 sentences. And many of you in previous classes have done a phenomenal job of that. All right, y'all. So that is our agenda for today. I really, again, am regretful that I'm not able to join you, but again, I'm glad to be with you in our course. I look forward to seeing you all again next Tuesday online via Zoom at 5 o'clock. Have a great first day, everyone, and welcome back to the college.